So this is kind of fun. I was going to jump on and do a bit of a wrap up for my January Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit. And I'm going to start by showing you the layouts that I have made and my plans with the scraps. So it's kind of a fun thing to do a Kill-A-Kit with you all. So let me show you what I have here. And there's process videos on my channel for all of this. And I also did do the 2 challenges that we had for a Counterfeit Kit Challenge. So I have this one. It's kind of fun because the big textural element, I have got to glue that down, and this is embroidery floss, and I don't sew on my pages, hardly ever. But you will see that I repeat the patterns, you know, the scraps and that on a lot of these, but the layouts definitely have a different vibe to them. Or at least I think it does. All right, so I have that one. Next, I have this one right here. It is my husband. He is dressed ever so cute. He's actually just sitting on his recliner in the family room, but I think it is very cute. Little grungy, little messy, fun stuff. I even was able to get some of these beautiful gold puffy stickers in there. This one right here is my New Year's layout of my pups wearing New Year's party hats and all kinds of rub-ons and circle bits. I did add in this plastic piece though. That was kind of a cool thing, and the rub-ons are all added in. This right here is for the first challenge for Counterfeit Kit Challenge, and it was using the oldest product in the kit and the newest product. Oldest product was a pattern paper, and the newest were these pink fresh puffy stickers. This is the second layout for our challenges, and this was using the sketch, but there's a process video for it. Just wanted to take you through how many layouts I was able to get done so far. And then finally, I have this one here. It's super, super grungy, and the mixed media on this is all from, actually from this StazOn ink pad. I mean, there's some stamping and some super grungy work, but I just said I'd go to town with a ink pad, and yeah, that worked out really, really great. All right, so those are my layouts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are finished. I have plans for one more that I'm going to share with you in a moment, and I'll explain it while I share it with you. I just want to get this put to the side so I don't make a mess. Now for my full-size pattern papers left in my kit, this is it. Right here, a great piece of pattern paper. Has Christmassy look on the back. I'm going to use it in just a second. These are my big pieces, and I've got a nice smattering, let me just see if I can get them all out, of these cute little scraps. So I'm going to see if I can get 2 more layouts out of what I have, and I will take you along with me for that. Now, that's my papers. Let me pop in and show you this. And like I said, I'm not quite done because I'm going to try to get 2 more layouts, and I'm going to show you what I do with them shortly. So I did use these alphas only a couple times. My titles were kind of smaller this time around. I was able to get the letters V and R out of this, and that is it. And the letters R and Y for rye. That's one of my daughter's ways that I say her name. 1 word out of these, and the words Suttons Bay out of this. So not a tremendous amount used with them. Not going to chuck any of them. For these stickers so far, I used a ton of these. Now this was already a partially used sticker sheet, but I concentrated really hard on getting some traction with it, and I think I did a very fine job. I need to make a kit based on these gorgeous colors. That really nice orchid. That's not a bad plan, to take what you have left on a sticker sheet and build kits around that. Okay, that's going to happen. Anyhow, that's how quick it goes. I just use the words love ya and just a couple little heart puffies and 2 leafy bits from that. From this one, this was a new sticker sheet, so you can see the pieces that I did use. So I got a little traction, not that great. These were a little bit country-ish looking for what I was doing, but I did get a little bit of work in. I have not, okay, I used a bunch of my glittery bits, not all of them. Did not use my acetate, and I'm about to use this if it works. You'll see. Now for this, I used a ton of these black gems. I used all but one of these red gems, and these were aqua, and those were all used up. I had a full doily and pieces of a doily, and that's what I have left there. Maybe I can get that used up in what I'll show you. Did not use any of my winter bits, so I'm going to be doing a winter layout and sharing it. So I'm going to concentrate on the winter bits for this. The reason why I didn't use my winter bits is we've had hardly anything for snow while I've had this kit. I was anticipating snow and it didn't happen. Now, I was able to use quite a few of the pieces from this collection. I used, let's see, the frame I used, and floral pieces. I used this little bit here. I wasn't anticipating using a lot since it's a very, very, I guess, specific or theme-heavy kind of a die cut set. But I did do what I wanted. I wanted to use some, and I did. And then lastly, there's no way I was going to get very far in these 54 bits and pieces that were part of these Ellie Studios labels, but I did use a lot. I had very specific colors that I could use because these run a lot more towards the brights and primaries, but I think I did an okay job. Like, I used that word currently a few different times in some of the gray pieces. And finally in my kit, I didn't use a single piece of this Frozen Season because, like I said, we did not have any snow. But what I am going to go ahead and do is create a layout with that last piece of my full-size piece of pattern paper and whatnot, and I'm going to create a layout for when we do have snow. So give me a little time and I'll come back and I'll show it to you. All right, my friends, this was so fun. So what I did, and I usually like to point with something so that I don't get my hands in the way of everything. I went ahead and really concentrated on a snowy, cold scene because before long we'll have snow. My husband and son will be shoveling the driveway, all that kind of stuff. So I had this cute little cutout here, and I went ahead and made a shaker pocket out of it. See, a little shaky, shaky. Let me bring it up so you can see. And I was able to finally kill off this set of sequins that I've had forever in my stash. So it's still slightly wet. So let me see how to show you. See, it's just up on a little bit of fun foam. So I created a shaker pocket and made sure to include sequins in the shaker pocket that were in other parts of the collection. Now the shaker pocket, they have gold, but I was able to bring in these really large yellow gems that is giving the same kind of size and look of the sequins that are in the pocket. Now I was able to use that rub-on. I went ahead and put it on a piece of the pattern paper before I created the whole layout, just in case that very old late 90s rub-on did not work, and guess what? It did. I put in these 3 very large snowflake wood veneer. Love them, and you know, we have a nice visual triangle with them. And I wanted to make sure that this deeper pink that you see here in the sequins was going to be in 3 places, so I went ahead and put this round snowflake die cut element up there, and I have this cute little penguin fellow here. This is a nice piece of chipboard, as well as these little gloves, or mittens I should say. And I have the yellow pieces in 3 places as well. So I'm getting kind of a continuous visual triangle. Now when I do get a photo, I'll go ahead. This looks like it might be kind of a 3x5 size. I'm not quite sure what size it'll be, but the majority of this will be covered. I know that you have stripes on a diagonal as well as a horizontal, but you're really just going to see a pretty little outline with some of that blue. I hope I explained that well enough. In 3 different spots here, and then here I did visual triangles with these really nice large size gems that I worked through in this kit. I was able to use lots and lots of them, and I was really happy about that. I wasn't able to get in my doily piece. It just did not have a place. I mean, I would have to force it at this point. Oh, and you see a little igloo here. So for my pattern papers that I have left, it is greatly diminished, and I have to decide if I want to create one more layout with it. I could go ahead and do something kind of quick, which I think I will do. I have an idea for that, and I will bring that layout back and I will show it to you. Just give me 1 second. I will have to pull in another piece of, I think, cardstock for this one. Give me a minute. I will put together a layout and show it to you. All right, this is going to wrap it up. So what I did is I went ahead with my remaining scraps, and you see they are kaput. I went ahead and punched out hexagons with all of them. Oh, and this piece of paper here, it's just, sorry, these are wet. It's just a piece of scrapbooking paper that has design only on one side that I don't really care for. So I went ahead and flipped it over, and I'm using that. So what I did, like I said, is I cut out hexagons from all of the remaining papers, and when I placed them on the page, I just went ahead and tried not to have like touching like. That's as far as I planned. And I usually use my ATG, but this came in handy just to do little bits and take them down the page on a diagonal. Now, I really don't know what my topic is going to be, aside from the fact that it's going to be cold weather related. I am anticipating having my photo here in some form of a black cardstock, very plain matte on it, and then I'll go ahead at that time and decide what parts of the Friesen Season line that I will go ahead and add in, just because I don't know if it's going to be like having coffee out in the wintertime or what it's going to be. So I figured that this was a really good stopping point. Now, I mean, I will still have my gems and all my cool little things that I can add on to it, but I felt like the next time I sit down and use this product, I just want a little bit more of a heads up about what my topic will be. So that is it. I went ahead and, like I showed you this was the first layout I did with my leftover bits, which is definitely snow related. And this one is just going to be cold related, but I think that the design is pretty nice. I think that, well, this is my favorite diagonal to do anyway, but I do like the way it came together. Oh, and each of the hexagons, I went ahead, as you saw, and just used a little color box. This is fluid chalk, ink pad, and charcoal. I prefer charcoal over black if I can. So that's what I ended up doing to kill off my kit. I hope you like what I did. I really had a lot of fun with it, and I will see you guys ever so soon, my friends. Bye-bye.